Hello and welcome to the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Matt Yaloff here. It's a show for you, the viewers. So check it out on Twitter and fire a question away on Twitter or video call. Lucas Giolito of the White Sox joins us today, and we thank him for that. And I want to ask you, first, hello. Second, a guy from California. How are you enjoying another balmy day in April in Chicago? It looks great.
You know what? It's been really nice. This homestand, we've had pretty decent weather. It's been sunny, been in the 60s, and then today we just got hit with this. So, yeah. We might be playing through a bit of snow here in like the third or fourth inning. We'll see what happens.
Hey, look, it is what it is. It's a great city. It is phenomenal. It has everything. Mm-hmm. And I can gain 5 pounds in a week going to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about that. Hey, let's get right to it because, this is about the fan. And we have a question for you on Facebook. And the question is, what is better or what is the difference between playing in the NL like you did in Washington and the AL in Chicago?
Obviously, the biggest difference is the DH. So in the AL, on my start day, I'm 100% focused on pitching. In between innings in the dugout, I can go inside. I can take a look at some stuff. I can hang out in the dugout, not really kind of take my mind, give myself a break in between innings, whereas in the NL or even interleague when we do play NL teams at their park, I have to be ready to hit. So I'm watching the pitcher. I'm seeing a little bit of sequencing, seeing what kind of stuff he has, and trying to mentally prepare to hit and help the team offensively as well as defensively.
All right. So then let me take it to the next step, which is when you were in Washington, and I know you've been in Chicago for a while now, but think back. There was pressure there to win at that moment. Now you're on a team that is building and trying to set the stage to win for the long term, maybe a year or 2 or 3 from now. Tell me about that and what is different.
Like you said, the overall vibe, with the Nats, with the talent and the team they had when I was there, you could tell there's that pressure. There's that pressure to win, that pressure to make it to the postseason, win a World Series. We're so good. We have to prove it. We have to win now. Versus when I came over here, more of a view from like the process standpoint. Getting guys ready in the minor leagues. Working on what you need to work on, working on things in the big leagues. There's a little bit more room for error in that sense in the past couple of years. Whereas now we're starting to move into that space of, we have a very talented team. We want to win ball games.
No doubt. You always want to do that.
Yeah, there's
a video call right now for you. Tell us your name and tell us what you want to know.
Hello, and good afternoon to you all. I am Lou Flores, and my question, Mr. Lucas right here, is who was his inspiration growing up?
Oh, man. Who was my inspiration? A couple. Obviously starts with my parents, how hard my parents worked, everything they did to put me in a successful position from a young age playing this game. But more baseball-specific inspiration, Bob Gibson, kind of going back in time a little bit. Read a book he wrote about a game he pitched in the 1968 World Series, and I was just locked in. How dominant he was throughout his career, especially that year in '68. He was so good they had to lower the mound for everybody. Just kind of like that. He was so good it changed the game, and he threw so hard. He threw harder than everybody else. So that was probably my biggest inspiration. Kind of growing up and wanting to be that type of pitcher.
Very impressive that's way before your time and you're locked in on that. But you mentioned your parents and your family. It's been written about and talked about. Maybe people don't know. It's a Hollywood family. Actors, producers, writers, the whole thing. Were you ever in a position where you thought, I'm going to go that way rather than to baseball?
Never the acting. I'm honestly, I was super terrified of it when I was younger. Just like being on stage in front of a bunch of people, possibly forgetting lines. It always scared me. I was never interested in it really. I'd say if I were to go into that industry, it'd probably be on the electronic media side. My dad, after his acting career was done, got into the video game industry, worked for Electronic Arts for a number of years. So I grew up around video games and all that kind of stuff. So I developed a pretty big interest in that at a young age. So that'd probably be what I would want to go into if it weren't for baseball.
All right, so I can blame your dad for why my son doesn't look up when I come in the house?
Yeah, he might have a little bit something to do with that.
Okay. Hey, in high school, I couldn't believe this. I had to read it 2 times. You were on the same team as Max Fried and Jack Flaherty.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like, did you guys ever lose?
We weren't supposed to. Me and Max's senior year, which was actually Jack's sophomore year, believe it or not. He's 2 years younger than us.
All right.
We weren't supposed to. Our senior year, we're pre-ranked number 1 in the nation, preseason, all that kind of stuff. Ended up happening was I ended up hurting my elbow in my second start of the regular season, so I was out for the year. Kind of took a toll a little bit, but Jack slid into my spot in the rotation there, and that's when he really started to come out and do some big things.
Wow.
So it kind of ended up working out for everybody. Max and I were drafted in the first round that year. Jack was a first-round pick a couple years later. Ended up working out.
That is mind-boggling to me from one school. That is awesome. A video call right now for you inside the Edward Jones chatting cage. Hey, it's a young man. Tell us about yourself. What's your name and what do you want to know?
I'm Victor Jimenez. I'm a senior pitcher this year, and I just had a question because personally I'm a White Sox fan. I just wanted to see what you look forward to moving on with the young team.
Oh, man, it's just so much talent. I mean, we haven't gotten off to the best start this year, but I'm sure you've seen the flashes of, what our offense is capable of, what we can do as a pitching staff when we're throwing strikes, when we're getting ahead. I just think that the sky's the limit for us. We have a very, very talented team. We have more guys on the way that are in AAA, AA right now. It's just a lot of talent, and it's going to be really fun baseball to watch and be a part of when we start to tune some of these things up here in the next couple series.
Hey, I'm going to go off topic here for a second, and thank you for the call. Your wife is going to be a veterinarian.
Yes.
Veterinarian. It's a vet. Let's just call it a vet. What is the best part about being married to a woman who knows everything about animals?
I'd say the best thing is we're going to have a lot of animals. I'm an animal lover. I'm a dog lover ever since I was a kid. Obviously, my wife Ariana is, considering she went into that line of work. So we're going to have a ton of animals. I don't really have to worry too much about taking them to the vet and making sure they're okay. I'm pretty sure she'll be on top of all that stuff. But I do got to make sure I feed them and take them for walks and things like that. She's going to be a little bit busy when my career is over, so I'll probably take the back seat and let her run the show a little bit.
Yeah, and you don't have to go, no one has to go to the vet and sit there in the waiting room. You just say, honey, there's something wrong with our dog, and let her deal with it.
Yeah, we've already had a couple of those instances with our little guy. So, yeah, she's killing it. I'm super proud of her.
That's excellent. I want to know about your performance on the mound. Early this year, I read a story about how you, in KC, went to the museum where Satchel Paige is honored, and you touched his statue. And then you went out and you flirted with a no-hitter. What's the connection there in your mind?
Oh, man. We're always very fortunate to be able to visit the museum out there in KC. For anyone that goes to KC to watch the Royals play or lives out there, hasn't been, you got to go to the Negro League Museum. It is spectacular. And so we were there, and they have this beautiful display of like bronze statues of a baseball field with a bunch of the Negro League greats. And I just went up, rubbed elbows with Satchel Paige for a little bit, good luck before the start of the season, and ended up working out for me a little bit there in the first game. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in all that kind of stuff, but there's definitely something there.
Yeah, well, I would say so. You looked phenomenal on opening day for your opening day in KC. So we hope you get to that form and you do that every fifth day. We have a video call.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you no doubt. A video call. Again, tell us about what you want to know from Mr. Lucas Giolito. All right, it's not there. The person hung up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were tired of waiting on hold. So I'm going to continue with this question. When you're locked in, like you were that day in KC, and then let's say you're not locked in, what's the difference? Is it mental, physical, combination? What's happening for you?
I'd say it's a combination, but it usually starts with mental. Actually, probably always starts with mental. I think that if you allow something that's out of your control to kind of creep in and change your mindset, what you're trying to accomplish, for me, it's always pitch to pitch, trying to give my maximum focus on that single pitch I'm throwing. After I throw it, it's over, move on to the next one, do the same thing for the next one for 100 or how many it is that day, and see how many of those out of the 100 I can have my maximum focus and intent with that pitch. So when something throws you off, could be a bad call, could be a base hit, a homer, a couple walks. That's generally when the mindset can change, and then the mechanics will start to falter a little bit. So biggest thing for me this year is just maintaining that focus of pitch to pitch, no matter what's going on around.
Yeah, and somehow blocking out 45,000 people. I don't know how you guys do it, but
that's the easy part.
Really? Okay,
really
I'll take your word for it on that one. Hey, the video,
really about that part.
The video caller is back. Hello. What do you want to know?
Perfect.
Hey, sir. Big fan, especially of the White Sox, and really glad to have you on the team. I was wondering kind of what your thoughts were on working with Don Cooper, and whether he is really one of the best pitching coaches in Major League Baseball today.
Oh, yeah, Coop. Yeah, I mean, he's a great pitching coach to work with. You know, when things need to be simplified, he can simplify them for you. You know, we can look at 45 minutes of video and come to you know, just one or two conclusions at the end of, okay, this is what we're going to work on in the bullpen. You know, always a positive voice. Very, very supportive of his pitchers. And then at the same time, he's going to be honest with you. He's going to shoot it straight. He's going to let you know what needs to be better if something's not working out. Just kind of what you ask for in a coach. You know, honest, supportive, and just, you know, obviously years of knowledge working with some of the best pitchers of the last 20 plus years. So, you know, really, really good pitching coach, and I'm happy to be able to work with him.
Lucas, we have the lightning round right now, so we're going to fire questions at you, and whatever comes to mind, just throw it on out there. Here you go. The most famous person you've ever met is who?
Kanye West.
Okay, that's a good one. What is your favorite video game? We're back to this again. The video games.
Favorite video game? Probably Rocket League. It's car soccer.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now. What is the crazy?
Maybe some people watching will know.
The craziest animal that your wife brought home from work?
She hasn't brought anything crazy home. She did bring home 2 stray kittens this offseason.
Oh,
we took
nice.
care of them for. Yeah, we took care of them for a few weeks before they got adopted.
All right, perfect. Because I want to know, dog person or cat person? What are you?
I'm a dog person, but I like cats as well. I just prefer the companionship of the dog.
Favorite music album of all time?
Man, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. And so that's why it was cool when I got to meet him last year. Caught a first pitch that he threw out here.
That's excellent. Your favorite Chicago food?
Oh, the steakhouses. There's quite a few of them, and there's a lot of good ones. So it's kind of hard to name just one. And there's still a few that I have to hit this year and kind of complete the list.
Filet medium. If I'm going to join you, order for me. I'll be at the table in 5 minutes. The biggest advantage of being tall. What are you? 6'6"?
Yeah, I'm 6'6". The biggest advantage.
Yeah.
I guess I can break into 2. Biggest baseball advantage is angle on my pitches.
Sure.
And biggest life advantage is being able to see everything at a concert.
That's I never even thought about that because I'm not tall. All right, I'm always angry at the guy in front of me who's standing who's tall. But anyway, all right, movie or TV show that makes you laugh out loud or laugh hard?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes, I knew I liked you. Yes,
Larry David, genius.
No doubt, 100% genius. All right, I'm trying to find my place here. All right, what did you eat for your last meal?
Breakfast here at the field. Some over medium eggs, bacon, French toast. Pretty simple.
Yeah, it's a lot of food, but I guess you're an athlete. All right, what would you eat for your last meal? we're not hoping that you face that, but you know.
For my last meal, it would be a lot. I'd say a 2.5 pound whole Maine lobster with melted butter, some Korean barbecue, and also a bone-in ribeye.
You know what? If it was your last meal, you might not make it through the meal.
Yeah, that's
your
pretty
arteries
much the goal.
would clog.
Yeah. I'll try and get it over with the meal, so I don't get to whatever's next.
Exactly. And what's next is our last question. The best advice you ever got, ever.
Dang, I don't know if I have an answer for that one. Best advice I ever got.
I'm going to set a buzzer here. 5 seconds. 4.
I don't know if I'm going to have one
3.
at the end of the buzzer.
Well, we're done then.
I've gotten a lot of advice. I don't know if I have a best one.
Can you give advice? Give me something.
Always believe in yourself.
I love it. Way to end on a positive note. Lucas Giolito, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, have a great year and stay healthy, my friend.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right,
really
you bet.
Appreciate it.
All right, very good. And thank you for watching the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Matt Yaloff. I'll see you next time.